So we got our man Chuckets Crusoe here today, checking out one of our newest high-end luxury flips, $2.4 million deal. Let's meet Chuckets. Let's show him around. It's demo day here. Lots going on.
There he is.
What's going on, man?
Wait. Did you say 2.4 million?
We did.
2.4 milli.
You guys are stepping up the game. I'm actually very excited.
Thank you.
To see this project.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on here today. We're deep in demo. We're gonna show you everything we're gonna do to this house. Let's go check it out.
Cool. Well, let me ask you this, when we go check this thing out, when did you guys actually pick this thing up?
We closed on this about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
We bought it for 1.6. We found it right off the MLS. We didn't really even negotiate it or get much of a discount on it at all.
Okay.
We just had to pretty much take it as is because we saw it as being a very good deal. Bid it out with our contractors all of last week, got all the design work done, so we know exactly in our heads what's going into this property.
I'm so excited. Show me the details of what's going on.
Let's bring our man in. I'm sure you guys know Chuckets because he's a huge YouTube mogul. The guy is absolutely unstoppable when it comes to real estate YouTube. But if you don't know us, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Landon.
We're the Boeckle Brothers, and we flipped over 300 homes here in Las Vegas in the past 5 years. Right now, we're inside one of our luxury flips, like we just said, and we're gonna show Chuckets the entire design plan.
Let's start right out here in this entryway courtyard. How nice is this, dude?
I know, it's you kind of have your own little sanctuary. So it's like you come in, everything's all inviting, and it's just like you can pretty much see every room from here, basically.
And every room gets to see out into it. So you kind of add like an element of like green space, outdoor living from every window and every door.
Yeah, and if you notice, there's balconies all over this house, and there's a lot of windows and a lot of glass doors. So it's really bright, really inviting from the second you walk through the courtyard. What we're gonna do here is we're really working on smooth coat texturing the entire exterior of the house. And we're gonna kind of bring that Santa Barbara, California feel into this property.
Why did you guys opt out for that smooth texture versus just leaving it the way it is, just to save that extra dollar?
I think that it's a level of high-end feel that you really walk up to the house and immediately get. Plus, if you drive around this neighborhood, there's a lot of other multi-million-dollar homes that have that smooth coat texture, so it would fit in really well with the neighborhood.
Nice. And did you guys already pick the paint colors?
So we have picked them. It's gonna be pretty much like a white base color, really light, maybe have a little cream to it with light brown accents throughout for all the fascia and the doors.
Nice, I like that. As far as like landscaping or anything like that in here, what are you guys doing exactly?
So we passed it up front, but right there around the corner is a nice little Zen garden. We're gonna make a nice seating area that basically is right off of this guest room. In here, we're gonna do a little bit of re-landscaping, but not a whole lot. All the pavers are staying. This is a nice outdoor sitting area right in front of an outdoor fireplace.
Yeah, one thing we're definitely gonna do is change the old rock and the old shrubs to much more modern, probably bring river rock in, maybe a black river rock or something.
Ooh, I like
really,
that.
Really, updated and modern. It'll match all the black fixtures and doors that we're gonna put throughout, and then just some upgraded plans.
Okay, so you guys are gonna kind of lean towards a modern type of feel?
A little bit.
And why are you guys going that direction, actually?
Because honestly, what we've seen is the highest sales. We're not just making this up. We've seen highest sales, really nice properties, sell really fast when they're designed this way in this area. So that's what we're going for.
So you're constantly following that trend to see exactly how you're gonna maximize your top dollar, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just like you said, we're going for top market on all of our properties. So we have to do what's in trend to get that highest dollar amount possible every time we do a house.
Show me what's next. What else do we got?
Let's go inside.
All right, so walking in, we are mid-demo right now. So there's already some stuff that's being torn up because one, we don't waste any time. We got to get this thing finished and resold. And we already have our plan as soon as we buy. So we're like ready to go.
Okay, so you already have everybody lined up before you're closing on this deal, right?
Yeah, how long do you think it's gonna take us to renovate this house? It's 4,500 square foot with high-end finishes.
I'm gonna say if it was just me personally, it would probably take me about 8 months.
Divide that by 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our timeline on this house, believe it or not, is gonna be 8 weeks start to finish.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys have a system down in place just like that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable.
You gotta build a system to do 80 houses a year, you know?
Wow. Is this your biggest project to date?
No, not to date. No, we
You saw the biggest one we've done today, right?
That was Pine Hollow. We walked that together, but we just put in contract one in Red Rock Country Club.
Okay, and that was a nice one. We did a full video tour on that too as well.
We put in contract another one in the nicer second gate of that neighborhood. Wow. That would probably be our biggest one today.
Well, let's talk about the flooring here.
Sure.
Are you leaving this or are you ripping this out?
Absolutely not. This is all going, and pretty much everything you can see and touch in this room is also going.
Really?
Yes. So new front door, new flooring, new base. We're actually rebuilding this entire stairwell all the way up and around.
Ooh, nice. Are you gonna do with the modern more type of look?
It's gonna be modern, a little bit more simple, not quite farmhouse, but a little bit of that feel.
Okay, so what's the color on this?
It's pretty much gonna be white and black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed that we have orange peel texture. Are you gonna leave that orange peel texture?
Nope. We're gonna smooth coat level 5 finish the entire
oh my,
and
oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. Yeah. The work behind that takes a lot of work. Yeah. Now the other thing is that I noticed that we have the bull nose here. Are we going straight edge or just standard?
All the edges are gonna be pulled off and it's gonna go straight.
Whoo, top notch, guys.
Hey, we're not skipping any beats on this one. This one we're going all out.
You guys are basically looking at what the market trend is and you guys are taking it above and beyond, because I noticed a lot of you guys' sales is above the appraised value.
Yeah.
How you guys are getting that appraised? Is it because of just that extra fine details?
I think it's creating that extreme demand for that product and making it unique that you can't go anywhere else and find it, especially in the area that we're doing it in, which causes a surge of demand and people come in and pay over.
Yeah, you know, a lot of flippers out there, they don't do the quality of work that we do. And I think that people at this price point, it's super noticeable. Yeah. If you're just throwing standard materials into a house like this, you're still gonna get a good value for it. But when we put the materials that we're putting into our houses, people notice it and they'll pay whatever it takes to get that house.
Yeah, I notice with people, when they have money, they're a little bit more sophisticated when it comes to homes. They have attention to detail. Right. That's what I've noticed.
So we try to do the exact same thing.
So it sounds like you guys pretty much have your little niche here and locked in the real estate market. Yeah. Cool, what else do we have, guys?
All right.
So flooring, we talked about flooring. So this flooring is coming out completely throughout the entire house. All downstairs is gonna be a nice 8 by 48 inch, 8 inch wide, 48 inch long, light wood plank tile. So it's gonna be nice, smooth coat, light white walls with that nice warm wood tile throughout.
Nice, like that.
Back here we have 2 beds that are the secondary beds with their own baths. They're pretty simple, but they're each getting a nice little flair to them as well. So they're gonna do an accent wall in each bedroom. The bathrooms are gonna be a little bit different from each other, so everything doesn't feel cookie cutter when you walk in.
But this is your formal living area, and we're actually gonna create a formal dining room area out of this space as well. So over here, kind of a little mistake that we made on the contracting side, we had a gas fireplace in here, was supposed to stay, but today it's gone, so
we'll fix it. We'll come up with another idea of what kind of unit to put in, but overall, we're actually keeping this elevation, this look. We're gonna surround this with a really nice tile, and we're gonna do lower cabinets in a natural wood color, some open shelving, and some sconce lights above that. So this is gonna feel nice and high-end and nice and formal.
Now, when it comes to cladding the walls with the type of tiles, what type of materials do you guys actually pick? Because there's certain tiles that are gonna be a little bit more expensive. You go on the high end, midway, or on the lower grade, that kind of gives you that luxury look. And the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of flippers out here, they wanna save cost too as well, but also give you that luxury look. Are you spending that additional cost for that high-end tile?
So when it comes to the accent walls, to be honest, we do what's gonna look best, what's gonna give us the look that we want. Sometimes we have to look for a more expensive tile. Sometimes we find the perfect tile that's very affordable as well. So on these walls, we're actually gonna use a little bit darker, kind of a charcoal color. It's a 12 by 36 inch tile. Okay. And that's gonna accent really well against the white walls, the light cabinets, and then the light wood floor.
It almost looks like a slate. Okay. So like a really dark charcoal slate. And that tile is about $5 to $6 a foot. In my opinion, when it comes to small areas like this, little fireplace walls, or even little shower enclosures, so what? If you go and spend on a nice high-end tile, instead of a $2 tile, buy an $8 tile, you're only buying 100 square feet of it anyway.
Only comes out to a couple $100.
Exactly. Why not actually pick those smaller items to make highly upgraded? doesn't kill the budget.
Now, are you guys using Schluters at the end of these, or are you guys just gonna tile?
I'm hoping they're gonna tile this corner to corner, because that's gonna look really clean and really nice.
But all the corners, when we tile anything from showers to accent walls, gets a Schluter edge so that you see no raw edge tile.
I like that. It gives it a clean look, and also depending on the color, you can get that accent that really pops up that tile.
If
so I
there's
do
black
like
around
that.
here, we could do a black Schluter. It looks good.
And just another quick tip too, I've noticed is it also depending on the type of grout that you use too as well.
Yeah.
It could literally pop out that tile, or you can use that same color where it's just one piece. So it's just those fine little details where it makes a home really pop.
Absolutely.
We got 4 can lightings here, and those are the standards. Are we changing those out for LED lights? And are we also adding 4 more can lights here for the dining?
Usually our dining chandeliers are pretty long and they have a lot of lights in them. So we'll probably leave this as the only lighting source for this area, but the entire house is gonna be converted from the old cans to LED trims.
Got it. So what's going on over here?
Yeah. So over here, as you can see, we demoed this out. They got to see what's in the walls in terms of headers and support.
Yeah.
We're taking these French doors out and we're gonna put in sliding glass door right in the middle of the room.
I love that. That's a great option.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a black frame. A lot of the times you see white frames. We're actually gonna go black frame on this one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about cost, because now you're putting in headers, you're changing things that's gonna cost you a little bit more money. Are you gonna get that return back by doing this and adding that slide? Because these slides are not cheap. They're roughly about $15,000 depending if it's aluminum slides or that the PVC or the plastic type of slides, right?
This guy knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He knows his cost. That's about exactly nail on the head what our cost is for these doors. And they are gonna be black aluminum. And so it is a little bit of the nicer instead of the vinyl. Yeah. We feel we absolutely get the value back on these. It's hard to tell an exact dollar for dollar. You put in 15 and you get back 20. If I told you that number, I'd be lying and making it up. But what we do feel is that when you walk in the house and you see the final product, without having older doors and older situations to enter and exit the house, that gives it a much higher end feel and it feels more valuable.
And it's gonna be more inviting because it looks like you have a beautiful backyard too with the view fencing over the golf course. You can see the mountain. And once you take this out, it's really gonna open this up where it's gonna wanna bring you outside. So I do like that. So that's a good upgrade, so.
Yeah, brings a lot more light, a lot more glass into the house, which there's a lot already. As you can see over here, we have a couple French doors as well. These ones to the courtyard we're gonna keep, but we are gonna paint them black. And one thing we're gonna do throughout the entire house that is a much higher upgraded feel is square trim around all the doors, and we're gonna case in all the windows as well. Another thing we're gonna do is these columns here, we're gonna case these in with a nice square white trim as well.
I do like that because here's the thing, if you're gonna go with the modern look, you gotta get rid of this. This is too traditional and that makes sense. The thing about flipping $1 million homes, you do one thing, it adds to another thing and another thing, another thing. You just gotta basically do everything at this point.
That's the thing. If you're gonna get into $1 million flipping, do not cut corners. You're just gonna have to go ahead and do everything. So budget for it up front or you're gonna be disappointed at the back.
So are we doing straight edge on the baseboard 8 inches as well, or what are we doing on that?
So we'll do square 7-inch base throughout the whole house.
Nice.
Let's roll into the kitchen.
Lots of
living
stuff
room.
going on in the kitchen, living room. Lots of changes being made. Of course, the main area of the house right here.
Right. So this whole setup, we have our living room area that's connected right to the kitchen. And then we have our like eat-in kitchen, breakfast area, and bar. So if you can see, we've ripped it almost all out.
Okay, so I noticed that we originally had a fireplace here. What are we doing with this fireplace?
Yeah, so we're gonna create a really custom entertainment center for the fireplace wall here. We took the old gas out. We're gonna put a 100-inch LED fireplace here, so 100 inches long, gonna look really big. And then we're gonna do some sort of custom tile wall with free hanging shelves on it as well.
I like that. Are we doing LED lights underneath the shelves too as well, or are we just doing floating shelves and just cladding this whole wall basically?
Good idea, we might have to do it now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Might have to do it.
They looked great on the last house we did, so definitely have to do something like that. Of course, we hang big 86-inch TVs in all of our main living areas, so it's gonna be finished.
Now I noticed you guys took it down the drywall here. What's going on here?
So again, this is another big 12-foot, actually 15-foot if we could fit it, slider into this space, encompassing the door and all the windows.
I love that. That's really gonna bring us outside.
So the whole back of the house now is gonna have so much more glass, so much easier entry in and out. Your whole kitchen and your non-formal living room is gonna be open right to the backyard.
It's gonna be sweet. So as you can see with the kitchen, this The kitchen and the living room both felt small because we had this weird divider wall here that you could see the frame of that we
It had
took
like
out.
steps down too, it was bad.
We wanted to take this all the way back to this rear kitchen wall, but unfortunately this is what we call a shear wall. It's a load-bearing wall, so it just cannot come out. We can't even put a beam in to take it out. So we lost about 5 feet that we wanted to take out here, but we still were able to open it up another 5 or 6 feet on this side.
This is gonna be interesting. I wanna see what you guys are gonna do with this because you know, you got all this extra space here and you can't really do nothing with it. So I wanna see exactly what you guys are gonna do.
We got some ideas.
Okay.
We can restructure this a little bit so this back portion has to stay, but nothing else has to stay. So what I'm thinking is we take the kitchen, run the countertop around, and we do like a little coffee area like type of thing. So that'll look good.
So looks like the gas was here. We had the stove here. Are we moving this around to figure it any way?
Yes.
Refrigerator was originally here. Tell me exactly where things are going. It looks like the sink was originally here too as well. Tell me exactly what's going on.
All right. So we're reorganizing pretty much everything. The island is gonna get much bigger. We're gonna trench the sink plumbing over into the island. Okay. We're gonna have the sink and dishwasher now in the island.
Nice, and we're facing going out this way. Okay.
Island's gonna have sink in it, centered, dishwasher in it. It's gonna be about 8 feet long, 4 feet wide with a breakfast bar front, so an overhang for bench seating on the front side, which is gonna be really nice in here.
Are we doing cabinets underneath there too as well, or is it just gonna be skinned?
Cabinets, yeah.
Okay. Talking about cabinets, what type of cabinets are we putting in, color as well?
So we're actually going with the two-tone look. We're gonna go with a shaker style cabinet in white and a shaker style cabinet in natural wood. So it's gonna have natural wood accented, maybe the island, maybe the lowers, and then white in the uppers or maybe the surround.
Now I noticed on all your flip properties you're using a lot of shaker cabinets. Why are you using shaker cabinets?
Honestly, they're super, super popular. I know they'll go out of date someday, but right now, they're still super popular. They're easier to get. Materials have been very difficult in various different trades and materials, so we can still get shakers pretty easily. And we're selling all of our homes at top dollar with them right now, so we're gonna ride the trend as long as it goes.
Now when it comes to cabinets, you can do certain configurations as far as soft closing cabinets, dovetails. Obviously you gotta do that on these high-end homes, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of people think the shakers are always cheap cabinets. That's not the case. We do dovetail cabinets, which is the higher end style, and everything throughout the house is always soft close.
Are most of your vendors out here, or are they like out in California or different states?
Our GCs are actually getting stuff from California. So everything comes in from California and the port's there.
So is it better to buy everything by bulk and have a warehouse, or you guys are just kind of pre-ordering as you guys are actually going into a flip?
Honestly, my best answer to that is I let the GC take care of it. The reason we're able to scale our business and work with so many homes and turn them over so fast is because I let them figure out the best way to do that.
Okay. Now one thing I've seen here, we have the old school window. Are we doing anything with this window?
That window is going bye-bye.
Thank God.
We're taking it out.
Thank God.
And what we're doing is taking the gas from where you pointed out over there, we're gonna reroute it over here, and now this is gonna be a space for a big 48-inch range.
What kind of range are we doing? A Viking, Wolf? What
Thor.
are we doing? Thor? Nice, okay.
It's nice.
Okay, so if we do that, that means we need to have a built-in refrigerator. Where's this going?
So built-in fridge is gonna stay pretty much where it is. We're probably gonna bring it off the tuck corner a little bit, but now we have a space here for a fridge. And we're actually taking out the soffit that you see here with all the AC in it and the hood in it. Yeah. And we're gonna have a double stack cabinetry to the ceiling, to the lid.
Got it, so basically you're gonna raise this up then, right?
We're gonna raise this up and stack cabinets. So it's gonna actually make the kitchen, which is not gigantic, it's gonna feel a lot taller and a lot bigger.
Now, another quick tip I noticed is if you do tile, if you do more of a bigger tile, it's gonna give you that bigger look versus if you did small tile, it makes the room seem a little bit smaller. So as far as the backsplash, what are you guys doing on the backsplash?
That's a great question. I don't know if we've actually picked that out yet. That's usually something that we can kind of do towards the end. Yeah. Once other stuff comes together, we can go get some samples and bring it in and say, figure out what we like.
So you kind of like figure it out as you go along.
There's certain things that we don't need to do up front. Yeah. We need to do all the majors so these guys don't hold up their time and they can get in here and start doing all the major stuff. But when it comes to final accents of little things, even like wallpaper walls, backsplashes here and there, we can wait till the house is kind of halfway along to decide.
And are we doing a double oven on this?
We're not. The 48-inch range has a double oven, but we are doing a built-in microwave in the island as well.
Okay, sounds good. What else do we have, guys?
So we're actually keeping our bar, which is something we usually rip out.
Okay.
But This wall has to stay. This is the other half of that beam we were talking about here. So this is the other side that's holding it up. We're gonna redo this and essentially keep it like for like. The back's gonna have our sink, and it's gonna have cabinets, countertop with shelving, open shelving, and backsplash. And the front's just gonna be a nice single level bar. That 2 levels is that dated look.
Yeah, it's
so we're gonna drop it
outdated,
down to a single level and have some bar seating.
And what type of countertops we're doing? Quartz or?
Quartzite.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
That's gonna look cool.
It's gonna look really, really nice.
And are you guys gonna be cladding this or skinning this as well? Or
We'll
just gonna-
probably do something under the bar to make it an accent. We could either shiplap it, we could backsplash it. We're definitely gonna put something there so it's not just drywall.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see something like that because that would just bring that extra touch to it. Yeah.
I agree.
Cool. What else we got, guys?
So this house is a little different. It's a 3-bedroom house with an office, and the entire second level is a master bedroom. So let's go check it out.
Let's go.
So on your way up to the master, we have to make a quick pit stop. This is where the den is. So this is exactly.
Pretty cool little office area though. So it's elevated above the lower level. So you have beautiful views of the fairway and the golf course of Southern Highlands Country Club, beautiful views of the backyard, and it's a pretty good sized office to work out of.
Yeah, are you guys gonna do any outlets on the floors as well?
You know, the room's not super big. That's a good thought, and we could do it since it's lifted. It'd be pretty easy for a desk and for a lamp or whatever you want to do in the middle of the room. It's not a bad idea.
It's nice to have that option because sometimes people want to put their desk down the center.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and then one thing we'll do in here is probably trim out the walls a little bit and accent the walls and add something a little bit more high end to the room.
Now, technology-wise, Cat 5, Cat 6, are we adding any of that into these type of homes?
We're gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yep. We find that most of the luxury buyers are gonna hire that third-party company to install their surround sound, install their home theater system, install everything that they want as far as all those trades.
Got it.
Yep. Cool. So now let's go up to the master.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
So we have a lot of rounded archways here that are.
We gotta get rid of this,
Gotta
guys.
get rid of the rounded archways.
It's
Super
weird because
old
they
school.
have them and then they don't have them. So we're gonna turn all the openings into this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it looks like there was another fireplace here.
Yep.
Are we doing another fireplace here as well?
So yeah, so this master has like 3 big components. This bedroom area behind this fireplace is like a seating master lounge, and then you have the huge master bath. So what we're planning on doing here is actually opening this all the way through and doing a double-sided fireplace. So it'll add an accent to that room and this room at the same time.
Nice. So Landon, what do we have here? It looks like you guys just opened up the floor here. What's going on
so
here?
when we bought this house, we were really hoping we could take this elevated bed deck out of it. But as you can see, they opened it up and there's a ton of electrical. We have a gas line, and these are actually the main trusses for the lower level of the property going through it. So it looks like the deck's gonna have to stay. Kind of unfortunate because we really wanted to take it out to make this room feel huge.
So, I mean, you could have done it, but it just wouldn't have been cost effective at
Not
this
at
time.
all,
Yeah,
no.
which
It's
makes
way
sense.
too much to go in and reroute all this stuff.
Yeah.
So in your bedrooms, what do you normally do? Are we just doing carpet or what are we doing here on the floors?
So in the master we are doing, and this primary we're doing carpet. From the stairway up, it's all carpet. We're gonna actually trim this back wall out, hang a couple of really nice big wall sconces on either side of the bed. We're gonna center the fan in the room so it's above the bed a little bit more, and then we're gonna square that archway off.
We got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's this hideous.
I know, it's really bad. So over here, this becomes the 2-way fireplace. Nice. You have your own entry to the master, which is kind of cool. Don't know if you'll ever use it, but you have it. And then now this becomes your home gym, your additional office, your whatever TV room, whatever you want in your master.
So what did you guys actually have planned with this? Just basically paint,
So now this wall is gonna have that 2-way
This will have the
fireplace.
double-sided fireplace in it, which is gonna be really cool.
TV will probably go over that. And this is just a place to either put your furniture, put your office desk, put your elliptical, your workout equipment, whatever you want.
I guess that makes sense. And take a look at this. You already got your coax and you also got your outlet. It's very easy to move. You might as well just do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and we'll do some minor trim touches. Like we said, we're gonna retrim the doors, retrim the windows, maybe put a nice custom chair rail around it to make it feel upgraded, but nothing super costly, nothing super crazy going on in here.
Yeah.
And I take it obviously all the rocker switches, all the outlets will all
new.
be completely
Yeah.
changed out. Okay.
Master bath, we have quite a bit going on with. This is gonna come all the way up, over and down, almost over by that medicine
About
cabinet
this far.
over there.
Oh, you guys are taking out that far.
Yeah. Because this is a hallway behind here, and it goes to her closet and the water closet.
But aren't you losing some space with that too? Is if you take that out? Oh, actually, you're not.
Right.
No.
Right.
It just makes the room feel tiny.
It makes this room feel way bigger.
Okay. So this is your shower is gonna go here.
This is actually her side.
her side.
Yep.
Wait,
So-
what? Her side?
Her side.
So there's two sides.
Two sides. So this is gonna have a full vanity left to right, and then it's gonna L over that side for the makeup counter and makeup area.
got it.
So she gets her own dedicated side. Freestanding tub in the middle, so this gets pulled out. Freestander goes in, chandelier over it to separate the sides.
Okay.
And then Landon's over there on his side.
Yeah, and here the freestanding tub's actually gonna make the room feel a lot bigger as well, because you can see you lose 10, 12 inches of deck on both sides of the tub. Also, when the floor runs all the way to the back wall and you can see that, it's gonna make the room feel a lot larger.
Now, what type of tub are you putting in? Are you guys gonna put more of a high-end tub? Because there's certain type of tubs can literally run you up to like $10,000, even
They can get
$15,000.
crazy, so we don't go up that crazy.
Yeah.
We put in a fairly affordable tub. We pick a really nice style, and we pick a really nice tower.
Okay.
So it appears really elegant. It's fully functional, really nice. It's not a jetted tub because it's a freestander, and it's not made out of some solid material or a marble tub or a stone tub that can cost
not gold.
$20,000.
And the thing about it with the free tub, what I like about it does open it up, gives you more space, but you also have to move the drain line, and also now you're putting your supply line. Where's that going, your faucet for it?
Yeah, so the drain line will go center of the tub. Okay. And then we'll probably keep the actual tower on this outside edge, diagonal on this side. So it's gonna tighten up a little bit, but it's not gonna be in the way.
So why would you put it on the outside? Because if people are coming in and out, right, wouldn't you bump it versus having it tucked away in the corner, but it's still a focal piece as well?
Yeah, sometimes reaching over and turning it on is a little bit challenging, but the tower, if you get the right one, it's actually a showpiece and a fixture in itself that you don't really want to just hide and tuck away behind the tub. It's pretty cool looking if it's...
Now,
if
when
it's
it comes to
visible.
fixtures, what colors are we picking here?
So mostly black faucets and fixtures.
I like
because the rest of the house is gonna be really neutral and really white. So mostly whites and creams and bone colors. So the black really pops from those.
It does. It really gives that accent piece, and right now everybody is doing that black accent piece. So
Give
cool.
the people what they want.
All right, so what do we got over here?
Yeah, this is the his side. So a little bit smaller, of course, which we're always okay with. But we got another full vanity going in here. We're gonna actually take that window out and make this a very high, tall mirror. And then you can see the shower's a little bit small and tight. There's space in the closet here that we could actually dive into.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, so come on in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wall this off, bring this in. Still a pretty good sized closet for the hem. Now this becomes shower. So we're adding what, 3 feet by 5 feet? So a lot of space for the shower that we're adding.
Now, by doing this, how much more value do you think you're gonna get out of this thing?
I mean, it's gonna be a lot better looking. What we're gonna do is this is all gonna be glass now. So it's gonna be a wall of glass, a lot more custom, a lot more high end. We can still put a full bench along the back side. Value wise, it's not that much more expensive to actually move the walls and expand the shower. But for the feel of it and the elegance of it, I think it's gonna bring, you know, this is what the ladies look for.
So you're probably gonna make what, like I'm gonna say what, 60% return on this, right? Just by moving this shower and cladding it, would you say so?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably close to what we're gonna get, sure.
Wow, this is gonna be nice because this thing is so small and I do not like this because you come in here, it just feels so dark. Like, who wants to take a shower in the dark? But when you open this up, a lot of light's gonna come in and you're gonna get that spa light. So I do like this.
Cool. We gotta show you the balcony on this.
All right, let's go.
We gotta show you the views of the course.
All right, so walking out to the master balcony, like he said, it's pretty impressive. You got awesome views of your backyard, the golf course, and all the mountains.
You know, one thing I noticed about the backyard, if you have a nice view like this, it does retain its value because this is kind of like prime real estate. You can't get this view again anywhere else.
There's a very limited amount and almost zero homes available on Southern Highlands Private Country Club Golf Course right now.
Now, I noticed that a lot of you guys' flips now and the properties that you guys are buying is basically in master plan communities or clubhouses or golf course communities like this.
Yeah.
Is there a certain reason why? I mean, obviously, right?
It's prime real estate, like you just said.
Supply and demand.
And we try to take it a step further, not only going in master plans and on golf courses, but we try to go in prime locations on those courses and in those neighborhoods.
Good strategy. Also, talking about the stucco on the outside.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Sure, so it's actually a great example right behind you.
All right, let's take a look at this. That is beautiful. I love that. Is that where you got that idea from?
Exactly.
Next door neighbor?
It's gonna be a very, yeah.
We had to look far for it.
And of course, we're gonna have to change the paint up and the scheme up a little bit because most HOAs don't like homes looking exactly the same, one after another. So we're gonna have to figure out exactly what paint scheme we'll use because that's kind of what we want. So to differ from that's gonna be tough.
Now, what I noticed about this type of stucco, if you take a look at the hairline cracks, it cracks a little bit easy.
It does.
A lot of builders, they end up doing just this type of orange peel because it really hides the blemish. So by doing that, that's just that extra custom piece. So I love that.
It takes a little more maintenance. You have to come back and do maybe repairs more often, but it gives you the look much higher end over this. I mean, look at them next door. It's like cut and dry.
Now, another value play when it comes to selling a home is actually the backyard. So I want to see exactly what that backyard looks like, and I want to see exactly what you guys are going to do to the backyard.
Let's finish up backyard. All right, so now that we're in the backyard, we have a good bit of work to do back here, but it's already really nice with your view. So in the back corner right here, obviously there's no green back here besides the plants. We want to actually give you a little bit of a yard and some grass. Instead of grass, we're going to do turf, but we're going to make essentially this whole corner right here a big, nice turf, what's feeling like a yard. And then over here, we're bidding it out right now, but we may be able to remove this. It's a lot of earth to move to get rid of it. If we can't, we're gonna make this a nice fire pit seating area that's a little bit elevated, look over your yard and look over the course.
Now, a couple things. When you say you're gonna rebid this out here, so it seems like as you're going through the process, you're constantly adding more things into the project?
We're evaluating and making decisions on, well, we had that original design, but, oh, I just thought of this, can we make it better? You know, so originally it was, let's get rid of this. Our contractor said it's gonna be very expensive to move all this earth and move all this out. So in that case, if we can't do it, doesn't fit in the budget, let's rework it and incorporate it in, make it something cool.
Also, I know if you add a gas line, because you're doing a fireplace, that's also gonna cost more money. So you try to eliminate that gas line and just kind of do like a fire pit, right?
Yeah, you can
we'll probably just do a propane style fire pit where, you know, you can buy them on Amazon. They're super high end and they're about $1,200.
Okay, that's not that bad. No. Let's talk about this pool. It looks like we got Pebble Tech. Are you guys resurfacing this? Are you guys doing anything with the pool?
We're gonna keep the Pebble Tech. The pavers are actually really nice throughout the yard. We'll probably refinish them and seal them. But this red brick coping around the entire pool has got to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to retile the coping around the pool. And we're also going to retile the tile that's inside of the pool. So all of that will be redone with a nice new modern tile. And those 3 pots there, those waterfall vats, we're going to get 3 new vats that are more square and modern to fit the style.
I like that. What about these columns and beams? Because I'm not feeling this right now. What's going on with this?
I know, we're really not feeling it either. And the original plan was to get rid of these 3 if possible. Our contractor said, we absolutely cannot. You guys can't do this or the house is gonna fall down. So I think the best thing to do to just modernize this would just be to keep the square going all the way down and just cover these up so that they just look like square columns.
Cool, and we're just gonna square this off too as well?
Exactly, yep.
Perfect, perfect. Anything else going on here?
You got a nice big covered area. We'll have lighting and fans up here. So you have a nice big dining table out here.
We'll have sliders in and out, which is gonna upgrade the exterior feel as well.
This side's all open to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So one last thing that we've kind of toyed with, we don't have to do it, but we could do it, is building like an outdoor barbecue right across there. Our gas line's right there. So we could kind of wrap it around that column. It's right off the kitchen. It's a good spot to do it. It's a lot of extra costs that we don't necessarily need to do, but it would really finish the yard.
Because those things can run about 15 grand, and you could just save 15 grand. Exactly. That's close the cost right there.
Right, it's true, it's true.
And then of course, throughout the entire yard, as we always do, we'll re-rock it, re-landscape it with nice, fresh, newer plants around the entire yard.
All right, man, so again, thank you for coming out and touring this with us. And thank you for all the tips you gave us on the inside, because we can't think of everything. You gave us some good pointers, so we will incorporate those.
Okay, wait, real quick, you said you're gonna be done in 8 weeks, correct?
Yes, 8 weeks. We're doing it.
All right, I'm gonna hold them to it. That's right.
That's right. If you had fun with us today, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video coming up in 8 weeks.
That's right.
If you have any questions or comments on this episode, on flipping homes, on buying real estate, make sure to drop them below. We'll be happy to answer. And until then,
see you on the flip side.